After a long wait, National Clean Air Program has been announced by the Ministry of Environment and Forest and Climate Change. For the first time in this country, we are talking about setting targets for reducing air pollution. And it's something that we have all been so desperate about, that it's important to set targets for reduction because only that allows you to discipline your action. So the new plan has said we'll have to reduce particulate pollution by 20 to 30% from the base year of 2017. Now, planning for a reduction like that means that we need effective clean air action plans. Planning for 5% reduction or planning for 30 to 40% of reduction mean completely two different things. Is this going to happen? And that's where all doubts and concerns emerge. Because this new plan has come with very weak mandate. When I say weak mandate, it means that there is clearly no legally binding mandate because it's very clear from what the plan has said that it's going to be based on cooperation and collaboration with state governments. They are not planning to notify this plan under any act. And if it's not getting notified, if it doesn't have that legal mandate, then the question for us is that what will enable the scale, depth, and stringency of clean air action that is needed for that kind of reduction? Because, and the reason for this doubt clearly comes from the fact that this is not for the first time that we are discussing clean air action plan in this country. Way back in 2004, when the Supreme Court had asked for clean air action plan from top most polluted cities of the world, that had led to Central Pollution Control Board ask initially about 54 cities to prepare their action plan. Subsequently, both 11th five-year plan and 12th five-year plan, even they had taken on board the concept and idea of National Clean Air Program and a city action plan approach and said that by the end of the plan period, clean air standards should be met. But you and I know that these have remained non-starter because there was nothing binding in it and then there was no fiscal strategy for it. And that leads me to our next concern. Right now, what we are most concerned about, because it's a central plan, so we want to know that how the central government is going to ensure a compliance strategy. And the compliance strategy can come if there is a legal mandate and also if there is a fiscal strategy. And we have none at the moment. So not only that, it has also not suggested any innovative financing policy that is needed to fund Clean Air Action Plan. And that's why we're most surprised, because ministry actually has a lot of experience in Delhi and NCR, where comprehensive action plan, which is meant to be round the year action plan, the notice has been issued under the Environment Protection Act. And Delhi already has implemented several fiscal strategies based on polluter pay principle. So why is it that this intense exercise that Delhi NCR has generated is not informing the national action? Now, when I say all this, I want to say this with the writer. When I'm insisting on a compliance strategy and a central scheme for that, I do not at all talk about or asking for only top-down prescription. And because this is a federal system and state governments are equal partners in this whole exercise. In fact, the bottom-up action will play a very stringent and strong role in this entire planning process. And that's why we will in fact expect that the level of ambition at the state level, the states that have got these 102 non-attainment cities, they should be able to raise their level of ambition and go much beyond this minimum national program that has been set. It's important to take hotspot approach in these cities so that we are able to reduce the target. That in many cities today we are talking about at least 40 to 45% reduction to be able to meet the clean air target. So with this, we certainly hope that now when the same plan has actually made reference to the Beijing effort and said, it actually mentions that Beijing has been able to reduce its pollution by 33%. But the plan has not taken into account the fact that the Chinese cities have also adopted a very strong multi-tiered accountability system as well. And that's what we are all asking for. Fortunately, this time the final report, the final plan, which is still skeptical of the existing health studies, but has at least is asking for health impact studies. But we would want the plan to move forward and ensure that the government today therefore comes up with very clear strategy for compliance, very clear fiscal strategy to fund the process, and Ministry of Environment and Forest, which is expected to be the nodal apex agency for this entire process, will really require to flex its muscle and have the persuasive authority to be able to move its peer ministries, departments, and ensure that all cross-sectoral interventions, they are aligned to meet the objectives of the National Clean Air Program. So whatever we are saying about setting targets and meeting targets, it has to be about saving real lives.